Did you know that scientists have uncovered a woolly mammoth brain frozen for thousands of years? Or that the perfectly preserved remains of children found in the Andes offer clues to ancient rituals? And what about the bodies of Viking soldiers, still frozen in time? Our planet's ice holds secrets far stranger than fiction and human explanations. Today, we're counting down 13 mysterious and bizarre things found trapped in icy lands around the world. Make sure to stick around for number 1, where we uncover the dark, untold secret behind a lake full of skeletons in India. Let's begin. Number 13. Mammoth brains. Imagine finding a 39,000-year-old brain, perfectly preserved in ice. Well, that's exactly what happened in 2010, when Russian scientists discovered a woolly mammoth's brain fully intact in the Siberian permafrost. Unlike most ancient finds, this brain still had soft tissue. It's one of the best preserved mammoth brains found to date. Upon closer inspection, researchers were even able to make out white and gray matter, like it had only just frozen yesterday. How cool is that? Number 12. Children of Llullaillaco. High up in the Andes mountain near Argentina, 3 mummified Inca children were found near the summit of Llullaillaco. Historians believe the children were likely sacrificed in an Inca religious ceremony over 500 years ago. Their bodies, frozen at extreme altitudes, are so well preserved that scientists were able to study hair and DNA to determine what they ate before their tragic end. They were likely given coca leaves and alcohol to sedate them before the sacrifice. It's an eerie but also a fascinating glimpse into Inca rituals and grim ancient civilizations. Number 11. The Ice Age Horse. Next up is a perfectly preserved Ice Age horse found in Siberia in 2018. This ancient foal, believed to be over 40,000 years old, was discovered with fur, skin, and even its tail still attached to its body. It's so well preserved that it could provide us with DNA samples to better understand ancient horse species, or maybe even bring them back to life. Ever wondered if we could have an Ice Age park someday? Number 10. A 10,000-foot mountain range. Buried beneath over a mile of Antarctic ice is a hidden mountain range that no one in the world has ever seen. Discovered using radar technology in 1958, the Gomburtsev Mountains are thought to be over 100 million years old, with their towering peaks closely resemble the famous Alps. These mountains are believed to be so ancient that they were considered to have eroded long ago like the Appalachians. But thanks to the icy embrace of Antarctica, these mountains are preserved as if time stood still. Who knows what other crazy secrets or treasures they might be hiding under all that ice? Could it be as strange as what's coming next? Maybe even more mysterious than a lake full of skeletons? Number 9. The Otzi Man. Say hello to Otzi, Europe's oldest natural human mummy. Discovered in the Ötztal Alps, Otzi is over 5,300 years old and covered in 61 tattoos. These aren't your typical tattoos either. They had a medicinal purpose, marking places on his body where he had joint pain. Scientists also found that Otzi suffered a violent death, with an arrow lodged in his shoulder and a blow to his skull. But Otzi's story doesn't end there. His DNA was found to match with modern-day people in Austria. Talk about ancient family connections. Number 8. Blood Falls. A river of blood-red water pouring out of an Antarctic glacier might sound like a horror movie, but it's actually real. Blood Falls is the result of iron-rich water seeping out from Taylor Glacier, giving it a deep crimson color. It looks like something straight out of a nightmare, but it's really just science in action. The high iron content prevents the water from freezing, even in the coldest places on Earth. It's creepy and cool all at once. Number 7. Frozen Ice Age puppies. Imagine finding a 12,460-year-old puppy, fur and all, perfectly preserved in permafrost. That's exactly what happened in Russia when researchers stumbled upon these Ice Age puppies. What makes this discovery even more intriguing is the suggestion that humans may have interacted with these ancient canines, possibly even domesticating them. Could this be one of our oldest companions in the history of dog-human relationships? Number 6. Preserved Viking bodies. In 2000, a well-preserved Viking body was found in Greenland. Frozen for centuries, this Viking's body offers a rare look into ancient burial practices. The cold climate preserved the remains in such incredible detail that even his clothing and skin were fully intact when discovered. Scientists now have a better understanding of how Vikings were buried and the conditions they lived in. Number 5. Siberian Ice Maiden. Unearthed on the Ukok Plateau, the Siberian Ice Maiden was a young woman from the 5th century BC. Her burial chamber, untouched for almost a millennia, was discovered in 1993, and her remains were so well preserved that researchers could still see intricate tattoos of mythological animals on her body. Historians believe she suffered from a form of cancer and likely held a high status in her society, both in life and death. Number 4. Ancient bacteria. As climate change is causing ice shelves to melt, ancient bacteria are reawakening. In 2016, scientists discovered a deadly bacteria in a reindeer carcass in Siberia. The bacteria, trapped in the ice for centuries, killed nearly 1,200 reindeer and infected 15,000 villagers nearby. With more ice melting due to global warming, we could be facing ancient diseases that could be more fatal than anything we've ever experienced before. So if you ever come across another pool of water in the frozen tundras, please spare us of another pandemic and don't drink it. Number 3. Frozen bear and cub. In Russia, scientists found a 39,000-year-old cave bear and its cub frozen in ice, complete with their tissues and internal organs. It's one of the best preserved prehistoric bear finds in history. Could it be a candidate for de-extinction? Only time will tell. But this discovery has opened up new possibilities for ancient DNA research. Number 2. Antarctic ice fish. Life in Antarctic waters is harsh, but the Antarctic ice fish has evolved a superpower: anti-freeze proteins in its blood. These fish have developed a way to keep their blood from freezing, allowing them to thrive in some of the coldest waters on Earth. Nature truly finds a way, and speaking of nature's mysteries, we're finally down to the one we've all been waiting for. Number 1. Skeleton Lake. Skeleton Lake, also known as Rupkund Lake in India, is a tomb for one of the eeriest discoveries in human history. Back in 1942, British rangers found almost 300 human skeletons in a frozen lake 5,000 meters up in the Indian mountains. For years, no one knew how they got there. Were they victims of an ancient battle, or something more sinister? Some theories suggest a group of pilgrims got stuck in a snowstorm, and hailstones the size of cricket balls rained down on these unfortunate souls. However, DNA testing revealed that the remains belonged to people from different periods, which only deepens the mystery. What really happened at Skeleton Lake? That's a question we may never fully answer. And that's it for today's list of the top 13 most mysterious things found trapped in ice. Which discovery fascinated you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next thrilling episode.